Hello, my name's Jalise. Welcome out, everybody, to my top, not even my top 10. This is what I'm going to say about this video. Star Wars best sequel characters? Star Wars best Disney characters? Yeah, let's go with that. This is the video of of all Disney Star Wars characters that they have made for the movies. I'm going to say my list of best characters. And for those of you who are fans of Kylo Ren, Rey, and Finn, they will not be on this list. Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren are terribly written characters. They are terribly written characters. I will not explain why they are terribly written characters, because I could go into a whole hour why I hate those characters. Disney, what else do they don't do correctly? Oh, they don't use great actors. Misuse Macy Richardson Sellers. Great actress. Cameo appearance like 2 seconds in The Force Awakens. Then you had Billy Catherine Lord, the daughter of Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. In Last Jedi. Don't use her correctly at all. Why? I'd rather have a movie of her character than... even if she's not even related to Princess Leia, I'd rather have her character more than Rey. Fuck Rey's character. But this video is all about my personal favorites of all Disney Star Wars characters for their canon. So, let's start off with the list. And all these characters are from Rogue One. I do not care about the sequel trilogy. The Rogue One was the most logical and made the most sense of all Disney things canon universe. Granted, they took some stuff for Legends universe, but either way, there was logic behind it. The story take place between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. So all those characters that you see right there are awesome characters. Let's start off with something. Galen Erso and Jyn Erso. Galen was the guy who helped build the freaking Death Star. He didn't create it solely himself, but the Empire was still going to finish it. But Galen's helped it would be finished quicker, so he did that. But he made a special flaw, and because of Galen Erso's sacrifice and working with the Empire, an entire sacrifice of Rogue One. The Rebel Alliance defeated the Death Star. They destroyed it, and Luke Skywalker destroyed the Death Star. They sacrificed themselves for the greater good. Galen Erso, interesting character. Jyn Erso, fulfilling her father's wishes, was an interesting character as well. I don't find none of these Star Wars characters for like Disney's or even Rogue One. They're either okay to good to great. And right there, that's just an exception. To find these characters okay in Rogue One makes them 10 times better than all the sequel characters combined. What else characters I like? I like Orson Krennic. This sneezing, this evil, conniving little politician dude that just wants to get ahead no matter what. He doesn't care. He has to threaten families. This guy is power hungry. He's against Grand Moff Tarkin for control of the Death Star to actually be approved by the Emperor, to see recognition for his dreams and for everything else. I just love this guy's power-hungry nature, and I love his character. I love Ben Mendelsohn's the actor, and I love his role in this one. I enjoy Orson Krennic's character. He's an entertaining character to me. People think he was a weak-ass character, but what'd you expect from a military dude that's a little bit politician? What'd you expect? I just love his character. Orson Krennic, I love. Who else? Cassian and K250. K250 does not give two flying shits about anything. He's a droid. He's like R2-D2 in a sense. He has a sass, but he can actually talk about it. So he doesn't listen to people. This droid is just an awesome droid. This droid you want at your backup if you're going into an alley where you're gonna go rob somebody. I'm just saying. This character is an awesome character. I love it. I love K250. Cassian, what I love about him, he shows the darker side of the Rebel Alliance. He admits to Jyn Erso that he and fellow troopers behind him, that they all have done the most terriblest things against the Empire, and even to the Rebel Alliance. They have done the worst jobs. If they had to kill certain individuals, certain innocent people, for the Empire not to get their hands on them, they will do it. If they had to bomb certain places that have innocent people in there, they will do it. What I love about Cassian is just he's an embodiment of not always the Rebel Alliance is that goody two-shoe oh, we're the good guys, and those empires, they're like the Nazis and all that stuff. No, Cassian is a realistic soldier who's done terrible things in this war and who's been fighting this war since the age of 6, apparently. So Cassian, I enjoy as a character. All the Rogue One characters have motivations behind them. The blind guy that likes the Force and all that stuff. Each one of these characters have motivations of why they're doing the stuff that they do, and that makes them 10 times more better than other characters from the sequel trilogy. I mean, all these characters from Rogue One, they all have their motivations laid out. They all have what they want to do. Jyn wants to reunite with her father. Galen wants the Death Star destroyed. He built a plan for that. Orson Krennic, he just wants ultimate power to have recognition from the Darth Vader, from the Emperor. All these characters from Rogue One, all the motivations are laid out great. Forrest Whitaker, or Whitaker, whatever you want to call him. His motivation is to end the Empire, and he's an old warrior that is just tired of fighting. I love all these characters in Rogue One because their motivations and their characters throughout in the entire movie make sense. They don't do complete 180s of their character. I just really enjoy all that stuff. And they also don't trash upon the Rogue One. What's another thing I love about Rogue One? They don't trash upon original characters from previous Star Wars movies. Leia's father from Revenge of the Sith, the guy who raised him, he's there. Mon Mothma's not terribly written. I mean, that's what I enjoy. And making new characters, making sense of your plots, and not trashing upon the old characters, unlike the sequel trilogy. So if anyone's asking me who's my favorite Star Wars, Disney Star Wars characters, it's all Rogue One's characters, because they made sense of their plot line, their story, and their character motivations are easily to understand. And when you get through that, the film is pretty dang. The film is really good, even though they took some stuff from Legend Canon. I will admit that, but the film was still entertaining. The characters were entertaining, and the characters you grew to like. So overall, granted, the story didn't really need to be told how the Death Star plans were taken out, but for the most part, they hit all cylinders to me. Rogue One's characters are the best Star Wars Disney characters you're ever going to get, best Star Wars sequel characters you're ever going to get. And if we're going to be honest, if I'm taking one character from the sequel trilogy that is actually an okay to good character, it's Benicio del Toro's character. He's a code hacker or code breaker, whatever you want to call him. He's just a guy who's just trying to make a buck. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just strictly business. A logical character in a movie that has illogical decisions and illogical storylines and illogical characters, and ruining so many of the original trilogy characters. But again, everyone, that's my personal best Disney Star Wars characters, or Star Wars best Disney characters. I really don't care about Disney Star Wars canon no more. Ever since Last Jedi, gone. But let me know what y'all think, everyone. And let me know who's your personal freaking top 10 best Disney Star Wars characters. Or if I'm wrong, why do you like Kylo Ren, Rey, and Finn so much? Why do you like Poe Dameron? Why do you like all these characters from the sequel trilogy? And if you do agree with me, just let me know. Alright, everyone, named Jaleesa. I'm everybody. Bye-bye.